Guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your lady, Teju baby. If you're new on my channel, kindly click on the subscribe button. Click. And then also remember to click on the bell notification to get notified whenever I post new video. Today is another episode of Story Time with Teju. Today I'm going to talk about the story of Desmond. So let's listen and see what happened to Desmond and the rich man. I decided to take myself out, okay? And not just to take myself out, but to spoil myself. I freshen up. I wore nice clean vintage shirt, okay? I ironed my pant and wore my suede. I sprayed perfume. I brushed my hair and I checked myself in the mirror. God, gosh, I look good. I look smarty. I grabbed my car key, okay, and I drove off to Ikeja. If you know where Ikeja is in Lagos, Nigeria. I found good hangout and parked an available space, okay, because Lagos is very crowded and it is very difficult for me to park my car. I had just ordered lunch and a bottle of wine when I noticed the fair-skinned lady sitting opposite, face to face. The fair-skinned lady is sitting opposite, in front of me, like seriously. And from her position, you could tell she had a lovely curves. You know, sometimes when some ladies sit down, you will see their curves from their sitting. I don't have curve. Let me see. I don't have curve. You will see the curves from her sitting position, the way she was sitting. Okay? The way she seated. In fact, she was gorgeous. If you say gorgeous, she was good. She was putting on red, and you know, fair skin girl with red, you know how they will prem. You know how they will match with the red color, how fair skin girl match with the red color. The gown she had on had the slit. She had a slit that exposed her thighs, so that you can see her thighs. Okay, then definitely you know what that means. And she had a tattoo. I smiled, and she returned it. For enjoying my company, I decided to I stood up, I picked up my plate and my bottle of wine, then I walked. No, I almost ran towards her. Maybe this was my missing rib that I've been unconsciously searching for. Not only searching and scrutinizing. I finally found my missing rib. Hello. I couldn't help but notice from across the table that we both eating alone. Of course, she's eating alone, I'm eating alone, then definitely I can walk up to her. So I was thinking maybe we should keep each other's company. Heard that food tastes better when shared. She laughed. a very angelic sound. And immediately I sat down before she changed her mind. I quickly sat down before she changed her mind. That's very good. But I'm afraid it's not gonna work. Firstly, I'm not alone. And secondly, my boyfriend is right behind you. She said to me, that's a very good pickup line, but I'm afraid it's not gonna work. I'm not alone. Secondly, my boyfriend is right behind you. You are in his seat. Oh my gosh. Wow, wow, wow. What? I stammered and was about to turn when I felt a hand on my shoulder. Not so fast, son. I turned and found an older, short, pot belly and very large looking rich daddy in 60s. You know now, Aristo babe. Light skin girl. And the man was a native, holding a bottle of expensive, very expensive wine. Ah, he laughed and continued. To land such a beautiful girl, you must be willing to be focused and ambitious. Meaning, you don't just walk up to a lady and sit without being invited. But most importantly, work very hard. And maybe by the time you are my age, you would have saved enough money to be able to afford a lady like her. Said it. He turned to her and she smiled. Then he smiled back and continued his advice. If you want company, his advice now, if you want company, look outside by the roadside, you know. See those girls standing and waving at guys. Hello, driving at the junction. Hi. Those girls that usually drop hand, you know, on the side is stop it. Your class is there. You can pay for those ones. But for this one, here is based on premium order. Now, son, take your cheap wine and plate and leave right away. That was rude, right? From that old man. It was very rude. As I stood up in shame and embarrassed, I prayed that the ground should just open and swallow me. But then something happened. Let's see what happened. An older, robust lady rushed in with so much speed and energy, and she almost ran into me. So, Chief, it is true. Chief, the rumors are true. You are just old enough to be your daughter here. Hey, useless dog. Look at their shower. Look at their shower. You are carrying a shower everywhere. Hey, you are carrying a shower everywhere. I caught you today. Chief, I caught you today. The woman was screaming. And people were already shifting and bringing out their phones to record the live show. Suddenly, he didn't look like the man who was talking the other time, who was taking control and charge of everything. It didn't look like that anymore. His face, he felt disappointed. And he looked like one poor uncle in the village. Slowly, I dipped my hand in my pocket, running for my phone to record also. I want to record the whole show. And suddenly, the unexpected happened. Honey, what on earth are you talking about? What are you doing here in the first place? The man asked his wife, what are you doing here? Eh? Baba still get mouth to talk? I smile in my mind. Baba still dey talk. Oh. Don't say anything, Chief. I have caught you, and this is your slot. Eh? It was my friend Ngozi that told me that he saw both of you. I have been hearing about it, but I refuse to believe, Chief. I don't know that you're doing this to me. The chief turned to the girl, who had turned white from the shock and fear. The girl was already shaking. Just imagine you are that woman. You are that lady. And I'm that woman. You can imagine how I'm going to treat your fuck up. Stop this madness now. She's not my girlfriend. Are you blind? Can't you see this fine young man beside me? She's his girlfriend. And you are embarrassing yourself in front of these kids. What? The wife asked. I am what? The girl asked. Everybody is asking what? Yeah. The woman was like, yes, remember my friend Kelechi Amadi? This is his first son, for crying out loud. Young man, introduce yourself to my beautiful wife. The man winked and blinked. Introduce yourself now. Blinked multiple times. In desperation, fast at me. I almost missed it. Oh, hey. Suddenly, I was in a position of power. Agbára dé, energy. I'm in charge. I could pretend and play along. Or I could come clean and show the womanizer she was married to. So I decided I did the gentle thing, Let me go for gentleman thing. Let me not disgrace this man. Let me save his life today. So I opted to save the lady from distress. Mind you, I only save because a lady is involved, and pretty lady for that man. Hello, ma. I'm King David, and this is my babe, Francisca. We are just meeting Daddy here for lunch before heading back home. I'm sorry for the confusion, ma. The wife was too shocked, confused to reply. Honey, won't you say something? The man nugged his wife. Oh God, my son, my daughter, I'm sorry. I don't know what to say, my children. The girl was too stunned to reply. So I continued. It's okay, ma. My baby is the forgiving type right now. I looked at her and smiled. She smiled back. Then I moved closer. The opportunity, oh. I moved closer and planted a soft, deep, and very long French. You know what I'm saying? On her lips. I did it nicely inside her mouth and rolled my tongue inside. Ha! The man groaned in pain. I'm sorry, Chief. I'm sorry. The wife pleaded. Then I hugged my new
There is God. Oh.
And pressed my chest against her chest. You know what that means, Come on, young man. Behave yourself. You are in the public now. That was the old man saying that. You know conclude what is happening in the man's mind. Mind your business, daddy. But you know what? You are right. I told daddy that. I told that man that. Daddy, mind your business, oh. And the man said, oh, you are right, you are right, you are right. Ah, my love, I turned to the girl. And I said, my love, come on, let's go home. Let's be going home. And leave mommy and daddy to talk. Daddy, pay my bills, okay? Opportunity. Opportunity. Daddy, pay my bills, oh, okay? I'm going. I packed my plate and my cheap bottle of wine that I bought. I took the expensive wine also along. I was holding it in my right hand. And with my other hand, I rubbed the girl. Soft bum bum. And then I press it. The opportunity was lost. I never be again. Gosh, it was soft and sweet. Yeah! The man screamed, putting his head on the table. My husband, please forgive me. I know I have wronged you. Please. It was the man that thought, the woman thought it was because of her that the man put the head on the table and was shouting, yay. It's Ingosi, my useless friend, oh, that started this gossip. I'm sorry, my love. I'm sorry. I heard the wife begging as I kept my hands firm on my new girl and walk away with her. At least I don't chop opportunity. I knew it wasn't embarrassment or shame that was making Shiv to cry out in pain. I knew it was me going with that babe. It was pain from the way I was handling his merchandise. The one he said I cannot have until I am as old as his age. God surely works miracle. God works miraculously. In a miraculous way, mysterious way. What God cannot do, The moral of the lesson is that what God cannot do does not exist. Is there anything too hard for God? Is there anything too hard for God? What God cannot do does not exist at all, at all. And that is the end of my story today. You can imagine. My dear people watching me at home, what God cannot do does not exist. Either positive or negative. Whatever you think God cannot do does not exist. Everything is possible with God. Oh God. God, shame my shame. How will I put that prayer? Shame those who want to shame me. Those who are in the corner. Or those who have already shamed me. Shame them in the present. Shame my shamer. Shame my enemy. Shame them before we enter into new year. Father, my father, I know there is nothing you cannot do. All my enemies, all my shamer, all my those people who are saying I will shame TJ. Father, shame them. Put them to shame. Embarrass them. Disgrace them. And those things they thought I cannot achieve. Those things they thought I cannot achieve. Father, my father. Let me achieve it in their presence. Until I see you in the next one, I hope you enjoyed the episode 3 of Teju's Story Time with Teju. I hope you enjoy it. Until I see you in the next one, don't forget to share with your loved ones.